On March 18, 2012, 26 students from Wright State University embarked on a journey that'll forever be remembered. We left our cozy dorms, we leaped from our comfort zones and headed to a city whose cries were heard from afar. The city of New Orleans, a vibrant city that was almost silenced by the devastating storm known as Hurricane Katrina that hit August 25, 2005. The devastation, the impact, the pain still lingers 7 years after.
I wish that I could cry.
It looks a lot better than what I expected. I guess it's been 7 years, so they've had time.
It's much easier to rebuild the physicality of one city or environment than the emotional state of the people placed in that environment or that city. How then do we aid these constructs of helplessness, anger, sorrow, and distress? We simply tune our ears in and listen. We listen because oftentimes listening is overlooked, but to our group, it's the single most important piece of action. So that's what my group did. That's what we're still doing.
Well, it's alright. You can all sleep sound tonight. I'm not crazy.
And they like 80-some thousand people, and they don't have a hospital. No hospital? No.
I can't stand to fly. I'm not that men weren't meant to ride.
I could never imagine losing my house, my cars, driving through the lower 9th Ward, the part that was hit the most. That's all I could think about.
Kryptonite on this one-way street, only a man in a funny red sheet, looking for special things inside of me, inside of me, inside of me, inside of me.
I could have never imagined all these animals being turned loose during the hurricane. We were told that they were, when the hurricane hit, animals were strewn everywhere across this wide area. They found just horses in streams and whatnot, and it wasn't very pretty. And they then had to take all these horses and put them in this farm. It was disastrous.
I could never imagine living in New Orleans during the storm. After talking to Leona, she explained to me that her daughter didn't leave with them. Being separated from my family during that storm would be terribly horrifying.
Notice here, our people, they didn't do anything for the scene stuff. The guys, the drug dealers and stuff that lived it over around here, they got the school buses. And get the people from out of here and the families from across the street. At that time, we had like over 100-something families with kids. Picture school buses leaving. They had to go and steal school buses to get the people out.
Wow.
Because see, it was so much focus on the people across the river. Because
they needed the most help.
They needed everything, yeah. And then really over here on the west, we get the friend for y'all. And then too, I couldn't leave my people because I'm the president too. So I had to make sure everybody.
Right.
And we had one lady. She hid in her apartment.
Wow.
But everything had gone Marshall. She hid in her apartment.
Well, this center was kind of created because of the devastation of Katrina. But more than that, it was kind of finding ways how we can embrace disaster differently. So the things we do here is not about the Lower Ninth Ward or New Orleans. I don't want to see another community in the world go through what this community is going through right now.
At the ARC, our mission is to empower people with intellectual disabilities.
It's true what they say. The little things in life really do make a big difference. And we learned that the day that we sorted out the Mardi Gras beads. These beads were so vital to this center. It brought in most of the funding for not only the employees but the center itself.
Up and away.
Life is important. See, but what is it for? You know, he give us this place to be our store, but then he give us many choices, yet we even make more. So when we sit down and think on how it make us so sad for all the things in this place is all so bad, how we always forgetting who we already had. Just see what good, better, best. Let's never rest until the goods get better and the better get blessed. So throw your hands way up in the air, because that's the sign of the electric chair. That's the sign of demons screaming for their life, because I'm a demon executed, and switch it tonight because it's life for Christ.
Weren't meant to ride with clowns between their knees. I'm only a man in a silly red sheet, digging for kryptonite on this one-way street. Only a man in a funny red sheet, looking for special things inside of me, inside of me.
For you guys to be here almost 7 years after Katrina, you guys are my heroes. You guys are my heroes because it don't matter what your task is while you're here. You guys are sending out a ray of hope that is actually saving lives. You know, so I want to humbly say thank you for being here and being a part of this.
I'm more than a bird, I'm more than a plane, I'm more than some pretty face beside a train. It's not easy to be me. I wish that I could cry